1. All right. I hope we are live. Let me check. This is the first time using this platform. I'm super excited. I absolutely love this. So okay. It looks like we're live. Awesome. Good, good, good. New platform I'm using. Shout out to Carrie George for letting me know about this amazing streaming platform to do Transformation Tuesday calls. Although they're not calls anymore, they will be on Facebook Live, which I'm super, super excited because I think they're more personal. You're able to actually see the person who is giving the testimony. So we did get on here early because we do want to give time for everybody to jump on, everybody to invite people. We have to get these testimonies out there, so invite people because you never know if this testimony is going to change someone's life that you know and care about. So make sure to share, and invite, and we will go ahead and get started at 9 o'clock as we said. So all right, so I can see some chats going in on here. Okay, it's going up. Cool. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Vanessa. Amanda Spear. Welcome, welcome, guys. Make sure you are sending this video or sharing this video, inviting people. I'm going to jump and try to do my invite as well, too. Okay, so.
Just post the link on our page, right, Keely?
All right, hold on. I am trying. Okay. Thank you, Josh. All right, so we got rid of that bar. That was not going to work for us today. Give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and do my invites as well, too, because I don't ever tell people to do something that I don't do myself. So let me go ahead and get my invites going as well, too. Like I said, we will get started in about 3 minutes when it is 9 p.m. Eastern. And just so you know, next week we'll not have one because it is the 4th of July and everybody should be spending that day with their families. So we will skip that week, but I've got some amazing more testimonies coming up that you are not going to want to miss. They are going to be super, super powerful. You're going to hear one amazing testimony tonight. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't have Kleenex, you might want to go grab some. Because it's definitely a total life change, a tearjerker, you know, everything. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm super, super excited and honored to have Ms. Lisa Roberts on here to share with us. So make sure you get your guests on here and let them hear these stories. Let me do my invites here. All right. All right, Jolene. Good evening, girl. Good evening, Angie. I see you. Awesome. Nicole Ringer. So glad you guys made it. Ashley. Yes. Love it. So I'm super, super excited. We used to do these on a phone call on Tuesday nights and super, super pumped. So I absolutely love hearing these stories that people are just really having these total life changes. So we got about 60 seconds. Go ahead, continue inviting, sharing, and getting people on this Facebook Live so we can get her story out there to help change other people's lives. And for the reps that are on here, I really highly recommend taking notes yourself. I know it's not a training call, but here's the thing. Facts tell, stories sell. So when you know someone's story and all of a sudden you run across someone that maybe had the same situation, you know that story and you're able to share that story with them, and that can change their life as well too. So it's very, very important to really know the testimonies out there. Okay. We're health and wellness. We're results oriented business. Okay. So results is how we go and help other people. And it's not just weight loss. As most of you know, we are way more than weight loss. We are way more than just tea. Hi, Diana. Thanks for joining. I'm super, super excited, and my clock has rolled over to 9 o'clock, and I respect everybody's time. And I know Miss Lisa is traveling and she is enjoying Tennessee at this time because she has been able to get her life back. But first off, what I like to start these calls off with, or I should say Facebook Lives now, is go over a little bit, just a couple products of what Lisa started off with. Okay. Now, what she started off with is our solution kit. And the reason it is called the solution kit is because it is literally the solution to your problem. Okay. So what comes in the solution kit? First is our natural organic detox tea. It is extremely important to detox your body. Just as you change the oil in your car because it builds up with sludge, the same thing goes with your body. And then it makes you sluggish. It makes you crave sugars and carbs and you feel awful, okay? The gut is the engine to your body. So it's extremely important to cleanse it. And with our natural organic detox tea, you can have a full body detox. It's going to rid intestinal sludge, bugs, parasites, everything. You will feel amazing once you detox. You will have more energy. You're going to lose a few pounds because you're ridding intestinal sludge, and we can actually hold up to 16 pounds of intestinal sludge. So it's very, very important. It's a very mild tea. Doesn't have much of a tea flavor, not like what I'm used to down here in Florida. Okay. Now, what also comes in our solution kit is our NutriBurst vitamin. Okay, that way. All right, our NutriBurst vitamin. It actually has a 98% cellular absorption rate. A lot of the pill forms that we take that are over the counter are actually only absorbing 20%. But what's even more phenomenal about our NutriBurst is that it's liquid form, and it actually is absorbed into your bloodstream where you actually absorb nutrients better. Hence why you get the better absorption rate. This NutriBurst is completely life-changing, and she's going to be, sharing her story as well, too. I just wanted to touch on the products that she used before I introduce her. So then we have, of course, the Resolution Drops. That's how I got my name, the Drop Lady. They are a phenomenal product. These drops will help you lose 1 to 2 pounds a day. They help boost your metabolism, they help control your cravings, and they help suppress your appetite. I always say it's like Jillian Michaels in a bottle ready to slap the cupcake out of your hand, because you literally will start repelling the pizzas and the pastas and the cupcakes and candy that you once loved. And Lisa started with the solution kit, and it did wonders for her. And I just want to mention, for those that are skeptical on this Facebook Live, so was Lisa. She watched and she watched and she watched and she watched, and she finally decided to say yes to Total Life Changes. And I'm so happy she did. So guys, listen, get your notes ready, get your Kleenex. I'm going to give it over to Lisa Roberts so she can share her story. Lisa?
Hi, good evening, everyone. And first of all, I just want to say that I am totally honored and blessed to be able to share my testimony, because that is one of the things that I love doing with TLC right now, is sharing what the products have done for me. And the 3 products that Keely just talked about, they have totally changed my life. And so I'm going to do my best to share. I get emotional because if you knew where I was 2 years ago, actually my anniversary of starting the products was on July the 6th. So it'll be 2 years, July the 6th, Keely. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh.
I know. So what happened was I have had a lot of medical problems. And as a matter of fact, my medical problems had made it to where I couldn't hold down a job. I hadn't had a job for 5 years. And I had been diagnosed with that awful thing that they call fibromyalgia. If you know anything about fibromyalgia, it just literally makes your life miserable. It doesn't kill you, but it messes with your life. And mine just progressively was getting worse. But I just wanted to give a little brief history of some of my medical issues. And first of all, I want to say, TLC does not make any medical claims, and I'm not making any medical claims. I am just sharing my personal testimony of how these products changed my life. And so I had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, hypothyroidism, spondylolisthesis, and I'm going to get into that in a few minutes, and then osteoarthritis, and at one time I had hypoglycemia. I've had 7 surgeries, 3 of them being big surgeries, and I'm only 49 years old. And I caught mono when I was 40 years old. I've had shingles twice. My immune system was just shot. And so, and I am one of them people that, and my family and friends that know me, I'm not one to just quit, but I started getting really bad times. I couldn't hardly get out of the bed. My husband would have to help me out of the bed. I would spend weeks after week not even being able to sleep in the same bed with my husband because I could not stand for him to touch me. I couldn't stand for him to move the bed. Just, the pain was so intense. And, I was going to a rheumatologist on a monthly basis, and I would leave there crying because I could not get any answers. But during the process of all this, about 30 years ago, I developed a problem called spondylolisthesis. And what that is that's where your whole spine, my whole spine was slipping towards my pelvic. And I was getting progressively worse as I went along, every year as I aged. And I got to where it was 60% slip forward. And my doctor told me, you're going to have to do something or you are going to end up in a wheelchair. And I didn't want to do it because it was major surgery. It was a 5-hour surgery. They had to cut me in the front like a C-section, put a cadaver, flip me over, cut me about 4 or 5 inches down my back. And I got 5 screws and 2 rods. And so I was facing that major back surgery. So this is what got me. I came across Facebook, and Keely had posted that she lost 42 pounds in 45 days. And I'm like, what? 42 pounds in 45 days. Is this real? So here comes that little skepticism, And so I private messaged her and I said, what is this? And another thing that caught me was that it was all natural homeopathic. And, I've tried lots of other products. And so I was facing this back surgery. Well, I needed to lose some weight. I was way overweight, and just to lose weight would help me to recuperate better. So I private messaged her in June of 2015, and I got the solution kit. And I made my decision that I was going to start on July the 6th, after the 4th of July. So on July the 6th, and I was serious because, I had to be serious. I was facing a major back surgery the end of August. So I only had like 2 months to get some weight off. And so I was trying to be realistic. And I was like, I told my husband, I said, if I just lose 20 pounds, that'd be good. Well, in 37 days, I lost 31 pounds. Yep. And 11 inches. And I never exercised one time because I couldn't because of my back. So what I want to tell you is, so the products changed my life in that way. I have a testimony. I ended up losing like a total of 45 pounds. And, but what changed my life was the products changed my health issues. And I didn't even know this was going to happen. Like I said, I just was thinking I need to lose the weight. So in 6-week period, I went for my checkup before my back surgery. And my doctors were amazed that I was down 31 pounds. And so was I. And but I told my husband, we were talking one day, and I said, Robbie, I said, the pain in my body has not been hurting me like it used to. He said, I've noticed that, Lisa. And so I told Robbie, I said, I just know my blood work is going to be better. And, they were running blood work on me continually. I don't know if you've ever heard of a SED rate. Anyone that works in the medical field, you're going to know what I'm talking about. A SED rate is where they measure the markers in your body for inflammation. Well, my inflammation markers would average between 30 and 40. A normal SED rate is a 0 to 20. And so they say that fibromyalgia does not cause inflammation, but for some reason I had it and they couldn't figure out why. But anyway, so when I went back to my rheumatologist, I could not wait. I'd lost the weight and then I was feeling better and I was like, what's my blood numbers, And he was like, what? He goes, you are a 7. I was a 7. I had been 30s and 40s and I was a 7. So my inflammation markers dropped drastically. And so he said, well, if you continue like this, and not to mention, I had been on, I'm going to show you, this is my pill bag. I was on 16 medications a day. And I mean some really strong ones. I was on sleeping pills for 6 years. I could not get off of them. I would try to go off of them on my own. I couldn't do it. And I knew I was addicted and I hated it, but I had to sleep because I had chronic fatigue syndrome. And my doctors kept telling me, your energy is bankrupt. You have nothing. You have got to take those pills. And I want you to know that I have not had a sleeping pill since it'll be 2 years in August. That is amazing because I couldn't go off of them on my own. And then to top that off, I'm no longer taking these medications. As a matter of fact, I just took myself off my thyroid medication about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I haven't had one and I've been doing fabulous. And I just, these products have literally gave me my life back. And I couldn't do things that I enjoyed, just the little things in life, like this past week, my daughter came in with my granddaughter and we ran and we just went, had a surprise birthday party for my son. And I was go, jumped in a car today and drove 400 miles to Pigeon Forge for my mom to have a little mini vacation with me. And I just sit here and I think, this is unbelievable. And, TLC products have changed my life. I get on the lawnmower now. I mow on a 0 turning. I walked 8.5 miles the other day. That was a record for me. I'm going to walk a half a marathon in the fall. I went from not being able to get out of bed to basically doing everything I want to do now. And it's just a miracle to me that these products have changed my life. And I know it's these products because I have done nothing else different. This is the only thing I've done different. And I just, I was so skeptical. Keely can tell you. And she was like, well, you can sign up. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I could sign up and save and get the money, And then when my transformation and people around me started noticing how, I go to church. I would get down at the altar. I cannot get up off of the floor from kneeling down to pray. I would have to motion for my husband to come over and help me to get me up off the floor. And now, I don't need his help. We worked out in our yard the other day. We built raised beds for our garden and we loaded dirt in them. And he said, honey, you outworked me today. And of course I took 2 NRGs. But I am a product junkie. I love TLC products. I basically about take them all. And, but they have changed my life. And if I can say anything to anybody, if you are on the fence and you are like, oh, I just don't know. I see all these posts of how people's lives are changing, but is that really real? I'm here to tell you it is real. And you know what? You have nothing to lose. We have so many testimonies of people's lives. Their health issues are improving. It's just absolutely unbelievable. And my daughter, she told me, she said, I got my mom back. my husband said, I got my wife back. And that's the truth. And so I joined TLC, and I'm an executive director now. I'm trying to build a team in Indiana, and I love TLC, and I love sharing. It's my passion. And most of you know, you've been hearing about my daughter, Amanda Roberts. She's my little rock star. And I'm just so proud of, we are a TLC family, and it's because we have seen what the products have done for me. And my husband has feet issues, and when he drinks his tea, you know, his feet doesn't hurt. And the two products that have changed my life is the NutriBurst and the tea. I will never, ever go a day without those two products, ever. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But seriously, I mean, I'm in awe at how good that I feel. I mean, I actually had filed for disability 3 times. My doctors told me to file for it 3 times, and I got rejected 3 times. And I finally just, you know, because they don't see that fibromyalgia is really an issue, but it really is, because it really affects people's lives. And some people can't hold jobs and do things. And, but it has totally, and I'm not making any medical claims, but it has totally taken my fibromyalgia pain away. I lay down and I don't have any pain. I have no pain. It's gone. And I just want to thank Jack Fallon for his vision and for that NutriBurst and that IOSity, because it has been my life healing.
That's awesome, girl. I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad that you finally said yes, even though you were skeptical at first. And I mean, I've just seen the total life change. And you know, it's not only your life that changed. You changed your husband's life by changing your life. You changed your daughter's life, your granddaughter's life. You know, you're able to do things that you weren't able to do anymore. So it's not that we just changed one life here. There were so many more lives that were changed because you said yes to total life changes. Absolutely amazing.
You know, I would go, my daughter lives in Chicago, so she's a 5-hour drive from me. And I would go because, you know, I'm a mammal and I wanted to go. But when I would come home, I would literally be in the bed for a week because I just couldn't go. I mean, you know, I would just push myself. And now it is nothing for me to drive to Chicago, drive back, jump on a lawnmower, clean house, just do whatever I want to do. I'm telling you, I got my life back.
Yes, right in that 0 turnaround. I love it. Now, wasn't there something, you started taking the Tichui, if I recall correctly, around
after I had my back surgery. Let me share that. As soon as I had my back surgery, you know, it was major, 5 hours, and 5-hour surgery, and I had to be cut in front and cut in the back. As soon as I got home, I actually went home in 3 days after that major back surgery. I had not had a pain pill since 2 weeks after that major back surgery. The thing about that surgery is most people that have that surgery get addicted to pain pills, okay? So as soon as I walked in the door from the hospital, I said, get my tea on. I said, get my tea on. I immediately got on my tea and I started taking the Tichui. The Tichui has amazing benefits for healing properties. And so after that major back surgery, I had to go to my back surgeon for 1 whole year. I had to go to him, you know, like, I'm trying to think if it was monthly or every few months. You know, he had to follow me for a year. And I'd have to have x-rays to make sure, you know, the rods and the screws and everything were, you know, all staying in place and everything. And do you know what my surgeon told me? I was ahead of healing schedule. And I'm telling you, I believe it's the Tichui. And yes, I took the Tichui and drank my tea and did my NutriBurst as soon as I got home from the hospital. Yes.
That's awesome. And Miss, I can't sell anything. I'm not going to build a business over here. Building a business, executive director, just picked up a $25K trophy in Houston. Oh, and don't forget the drive that you did all the way to Houston.
Yeah, I did all the driving. I drove from Indiana to Houston and from Houston to home. And I basically did that just to prove again that I could do it.
But you really have had a total life change. I love it. I love it. Your story
because
has really helped a lot of people.
Yeah, and these were things I couldn't do. So I did I think I just did 2 a day. Nicole asked how many did I do. I think I did two chewies a day. Yeah.
I'm trying to comments.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? My immune system was totally shot. One time I caught the flu and I was sick for 6 weeks and I would get pneumonia. And do you know that in 2016, people make, goals and resolutions? Mine was in 2016 that I was not going to end up in the ER because for 2 years, my health insurance, I met the catastrophic level in my health insurance for 2 years in a row. And I told my husband in 2016, I do not want to go to the emergency room. And guess what? I did not go to the emergency room in 2016. And I was like, Robbie went a couple of times and I said, you went more than me.
The insurance company's happy now.
Yeah, and that was major because I was like in and up in the emergency room about every 2 months because some people get fibromyalgia so bad that you feel like you're having a heart attack. It's myofascial pain and it hurts in your chest. So it's scary for a woman because you feel like you're having a heart attack. And I went to the emergency room, I don't know how many times because heart runs in my family. So I would end up there and they'd say, it's just your fibromyalgia, go back home, But it was scary. And so, yeah, I ended up in the emergency room a lot, but in 2016, and I never got sick. But for 3 days last year, I had a scratchy throat. And last year, I never got sick. I mean, it is absolutely amazing.
And I remember we calculated, and you were shredding all your, the prescription, the money that you were spending on prescriptions for the whole year. You're saving quite a bit of money, right?
Yeah, it was like $5,000 or $7,000, I think.
Yeah,
I've got it like written down at home somewhere. Yeah, my husband was like, "Let's just see what it is." Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Your health, it is an investment. I am going to invest in my health because you know what? We only get one life, and if we don't take care of our bodies, we only get one chance to live.
Yeah,
and we are what we eat and what we do.
Yes, for sure, girl.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you're missing because I know you had so many different total life changes with, being able to do the things that you have never been or that you weren't able to do anymore. So, and you got another baby on the way, so you got to be grandma running around with all these kids.
I got so grandma. They got me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I see some more. It looks like I'm going to be pulling some people off these comments to be on here sharing their testimony too. So guys, listen, as you heard, Lisa, again, we make no medical claims at all, but as you see, she's a real person, real results. She's got her life back. Robbie gained his wife back. He got all tongue twisted right now. All these lives are changing by saying yes to total life changes. You don't know what it can do for you until you say yes. So guys, listen, like I said, we have more amazing testimonies lined up. I'm super, super pumped, super excited to hear just more of these total life changes happening here. And I'm going to be having those guests on. Like I said, we will not do next week as it is July 4th, but we will be resuming July 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific. So make sure to mark Tuesday nights off so you can hear these stories, so you can change lives. Hopefully someone's on here that Lisa's story touched them and changed their life as well, guys. So look, thank you all for jumping on. This is going to end, but is still going to be viewable, and you can still share it out there with people that you want to help. So guys, listen, have a blessed and wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you July 11th. Talk to you later. Bye.